The oven probe car is sacrificed, so other Z4s can get a perfect finish. The next step for the primed body is the base coat, where the car gets its color. But first, another dusting by ostrich feathers. Then the robots color the car, in this case, blue. In all, the entire base coat consumes only 4 liters of paint. One reason why so little paint is needed is because so little paint is wasted. Like the primer coat, the base color coat is electrostatically charged and is attracted to the car's grounded surface. After a brief trip through the oven, the Z4 gets its final layer of paint, the clear coat, which gives the car its glossy sheen. The clear coat and all the layers of paint beneath it combine to add about 9 kilograms of weight to the Z4. The Z4's body is beautifully painted. Its engine and powertrain are waiting, but it's still a long way from being finished. The factory's assembly area is where the Z4 will be outfitted with ergonomic elements that will give an owner a great driving experience. The assembly area is also where it shows how much care BMW has put into the ergonomic experience of the people who build the Z4. You can see it the moment a car enters the assembly area and tilts on its side, so BMW associates can install fuel and brake lines and gas tanks.
This is what we call a tilt conveyor, and we actually turn the car on its side to facilitate ease of access to the underside of the car. You put the components on in a comfortable position rather than doing all the work overhead. When you do the work overhead, and you're running a much higher risk of shoulder injuries and potentially neck injuries, and we avoid those in this scenario by having the car put in front of the person.
Once the underbody of the car is built up, the carrier drops the body onto a conveyor belt. From this point on, the Z4 is just 8 hours away from being finished. Z4s that will later cruise the open road now cruise the assembly line, and they pick up their first passengers. The challenge is assembling a made-to-order car in which the customer has a say in nearly every option.
We're installing a firewall protector and sound definitioner for the Z4. The Z4s have 3 or 4 different types. It depends on what kind of sound you want to come up inside the car. You have thick ones and thin ones. A lot of people like the thin ones so you can hear the dual exhaust sound inside the car.
Next, the doors come off and are carried away. They're transported to a separate area where they can be assembled at an ergonomic height. Glass, mirrors, electronics, and door panels are all added and tested. Before the car goes any further, blue pads are added to protect the paint during the rest of the assembly process. Down the line, duffel bags packed with wires are put in an oven. It's all for a perfectly good ergonomic reason.
The wires are hot because it makes the wires more flexible to work with.
When the car is assembled, the wires will send power to the electronic systems. The wires will also light the famous BMW rondelle when the turn signal is activated. It's the first time the BMW logo is put on the Z4 body.